Shalom, shalom, shalom. Before I get started, I'm going to say all praises, honor, glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Makak. Salute to the men out here teaching the fullness of the scriptures in these times to the hopeful elect, scattered abroad, unlike unto a speck of bird, tabernacle of King David. I look forward to your rulership in the kingdom to come, to the remnant, men, women, children. Shalom, right? So once again, out here through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai to bring out the truth of the scriptures to so-called blacks, Latino, Native American, and speckled bird Israelites scattered into all nations, as the scriptures say. And so this week, you had the passing of the Reverend Jessie Jackson, who didn't have no church. He was a plant. All of our leaders, all of the so-called leaders of the black people, African American, all of them are plants. You know what I mean? So a lot of stuff was coming out about him. Him and King, when MLK was assassinated, they were saying that Jessie went out there and he smeared the blood. I was watching an old clip of Abernathy, or one of them that was there, said that Jessie went out there and he smeared MLK blood on him. And so they got so mad and everything like that. One of them told Jessie to go to his hotel room or whatever. Jessie got right on the plane and went back to Chicago and still kept the bloody shirt on and stuff like that. I was like, these is our leaders, man. But to the point, Jessie the one came up with the term, or first coined the term African American, right? He the one first coined that term African American and put that on us. And like I said, they get out there and they are giving speeches. They have people that write their speeches, even the presidents. So they have handlers. They handlers put that on. But ultimately, it's from the Lord. Let's get this one. Let's start here. Deuteronomy 28:37. Yeah, let's go. Deuteronomy 28:36. The Lord shall bring thee and thy king, which thou shalt set over thee, unto a nation which neither thou. Let's read again. Deuteronomy 28:36. The Lord shall bring thee and thy king, which thou shalt set over thee, unto a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, and there shalt thou serve other gods, wood and stone, and thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whether the Lord shall lead thee. Yeah. Imagine the Lord's people here in Babylon being called Hamite/Edomite, African American. You know what I'm saying? But before that, what was we? We was Afro-Americans. We was a hairstyle. Then we was Negro, right? We was Negroes. We was colored. We was niggas. We was boy. We was everything. We was everything here, except the truth, the Lord's people. That's the one thing we ain't been. But even now, you have more, more people coming out. Even the small hats coming out saying the true Israelites are black. The original Israelites, they Israelis. The Israelites was black. Let's get. Oh, I'm gonna go here. I say, gotta go here. Seeing Asian dog come out, oh, I don't want to be called African American no more. My daughter sent me that one. Asian dog talk about she don't want to be African American no more. She Native American. Isaiah chapter 1 verse 2. Hear, O heavens, and give ear, O earth, for the Lord hath spoken. I have nourished and brought up children, and they have rebelled against me. Hear, O heavens, and give ear, O earth, for the Lord hath spoken. I have nourished and brought up children, and they have rebelled against me. Let's read about that rebellion. We come back to this Isaiah, the second chapter. Let's read about that rebellion. The Lord nourished us, chose us above all nations upon the face of the earth. Let's go Psalms chapter 106 and 32. They angered him also at the waters of strife, so that it went ill with Moses for their sakes. Going back to that rebellion. Israel started rebelling as soon as the Lord got them out of Egypt. They started rebelling, right? Because they provoked his spirit, so that he spake unadvisedly with his lips. They did not destroy the nations concerning whom the Lord commanded them, but were mingled among the heathen and learned their works. That rebellion right there. But were mingled among the heathen and learned their works. And they served their idols, which were a snare unto them. Yea, they sacrificed their sons and their daughters unto devils. Look at that. Look at what we got going on right now with the Epstein situation. You know what I'm saying? People not even move Epstein to the side. Even look at this system, Hollywood. You have parents, and you hear stories all the time of parents giving their children to wicked individuals in Hollywood, male and female, or in the music industry, or whatever the case may be, for fame. Even with Rihanna, they said Jay-Z went over there and got Rihanna, and she was 13 years old, flew her, left her parents wherever Jamaica or wherever she's from over there. They flew her over here, no parents, no guardian or nothing, and he locked her or had her held her in a hotel room till she hammered out a deal with her, till she agreed to a deal with her. Michael Jackson, going all the way back to Michael Jackson, what his father did, gave Mike up, or whatever the case may be. They've been doing this. It's nothing new under the sun. Psalms 106 and 37. Yea, they sacrificed their sons and their daughters unto devils, and shed innocent blood, even the blood of their sons and their daughters, whom they sacrificed unto the idols of Canaan, and the land was polluted with blood. Look at the last week they was over there in Iraq. They was burning up the statues of Baal and all of them stuff, burning them things up. Then the small hats got upset, because that's the God of this world. Well, you could say, oh, if you follow Christianity, you still following the God of this world, because they set that up. Roman Catholic, Islam, that's the gods of this world. That's not the God of the Bible. It's not the truth of what's going on. Psalms 106 and 38. And shed innocent blood, even the blood of their sons and their daughters, whom they sacrificed unto the idols of Canaan. And the land was polluted with blood. Thus were they defiled with their own works, and went a-whoring with their own inventions. Therefore was the wrath of the Lord kindled against his people. Therefore was the wrath of the Lord kindled against his people. Like we was reading in Isaiah, the first chapter. I nourished them, his people, and they rebelled against me. Therefore was the wrath of the Lord kindled against his people, insomuch that he abhorred his own inheritance, and he gave them into the hand of the heathen, and they that hated them ruled over them. Don't that sound like what we went through in slavery? Don't that sound like what happened to the so-called Native Americans? These devils got up off the ships. They came here, they got up off the ships. They didn't know nothing. They didn't know nothing about this land over here. They didn't know how to survive winter. They didn't know how to plant crops. They was eating each other. They resorted to eating each other like that. Then the Native Americans showed them how to survive, how to live over here, how to plant this, that, agriculture and all that. And the next thing you know, we on reservations. Therefore was the wrath of the Lord kindled against his people, insomuch that he abhorred his own inheritance, and he gave them into the hand of the heathen, and they that hated them ruled over them. Their enemies also oppressed them, and they were brought into subjection under their hands. See? Sound like us. It sound like us. They try to take that little short amount of time that happened over there in Germany, the H-cost thing, because you got to be careful, because you know they lurking now. I seen over in one of them countries, I think England or something like that, they arrested an individual for speaking out against them small hats. And it's going to come here sooner or later. You can't say nothing about them heads. You can't say nothing. Spike Lee Spike Lee ain't even say nothing. He just wore a bag with a strap on it that had a Palestinian flag during the All-Star game, and the next day he apologized. He ain't even say nothing. Psalms 106 and 42. Their enemies oppressed them, and they were brought into subjection under their hand. Many times did he deliver them, but they provoked him with their counsel and were brought low for their iniquity. That's why this time when the Lord come and save us out of Babylon, he going to put the laws, statutes, commandments in our hearts and in our minds so we can't go. This is going to be the last time right here. It's going to be the last time. And like I say all the time, man, talking to different people that feel a certain kind of way or whatever the case may be, at the end of the day, we going to see. We going to see at the end, when the Lord returns, we going to see if Roses, white boy Jesus come back and everything he going to let everything just keep going the way it's been going and everything, and he just going to be hovering in the sky, whatever the case may be, or the end of the world, or what we say going to happen. The Lord going to come back, he going to be a brother, he going to jack this place up and scoop Israel, the elected Israel, up under his arms, and everybody going to be following under the rule of the Israelites. We're going to see in the end, we're going to see who's right at the end of the day. Their enemies also oppressed them, and they were brought into subjection under their hand. Many times did he deliver them, but they provoked him with their counsel and were brought low for their iniquity. Nevertheless, he regarded, going back to the point I was making too with them heads over there, they try to use that one time what happened with Hitler. They try to use that one time to justify them as the people of the scriptures. When the Lord say clearly, the scriptures say clearly that Israel going to be on the bottom till the Lord return, and they're going to go through it multiple times. Sold into slavery again. Them people wasn't in chains over there. Them people living a good life. You can't say nothing about them in no country. Nevertheless, he regarded their affliction when he heard their cry, and he remembered for them his covenant, and repented according to the multitude of his mercies. He made them also to be pitied of all those that carried them away. Save us, O Lord, O power, and gather us from among the heathen, to give thanks unto thy holy name, and to thy triumph in thy praise. Blessed be the Lord, power of Israel from everlasting to everlasting, and let all the people say, Amen, praise ye the Lord. And then that's another thing too. The true Israelites going to be gathered from among all people. These heads here, they trying to infect everybody. They trying to get up in the leadership and the things and controlling people, the puppets, and milking everybody and their money and all that. These people are parasites. Some people are parasite right there, man. They are parasite. Pornhub is owned by these heads. OnlyFans is owned by these heads. Them heads are straight wicked, man. Back to Isaiah, the first chapter. Reading about that rebellion. That's what we was reading about. That's how I got there. Isaiah 1, chapter 2. Hear, O heavens, and give ear, O earth, for the Lord hath spoken. I have nourished and brought up children, and they have rebelled against me. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib, but Israel doth not know. My people doth not consider. My people don't know. They still struggling to this day with who they are according to the scriptures. My people don't get it. They really don't get it. They don't get it. Some are waking up, shaking the Lord shaking the cobwebs up. My people don't get it, man. My people do not get it. 1 and 4, Isaiah 1 and 4. Ah, sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters. They have forsaken the Lord. They have provoking the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone away backwards. Why should ye be stricken any more? Ye will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick. The whole heart is faint. Yeah, man. Whole body, the whole body. We as a people, the whole body of us is out of whack, man. It's sick. What was I thinking about? Let's think of Jeremiah. Let's go to Jeremiah chapter. I think it's 2. I'm thinking about Jeremiah. Let's start at Jeremiah 2. Let's start at 10. Jump down some. 11. Jeremiah 2 and 11. Have a nation changed their gods, which are yet no gods, but my people have changed their glory for that which doth profit. And then again, these heads follow the Talmud. You have the Christian church, the pastors, and the so-called Christian society in general, or Christian community in general, have so much respect for these people over here. And if you really understood the Talmud and what the Talmud says and how that you, even about Jesus, about what the Talmud thinks and how it feels and what it says about Jesus, what the Talmud says and what they feel about Mary, you wouldn't even talk to them people. But they get so much respect from our so-called pastors. Hath a nation changed their gods, which are yet no gods, but my people have changed their glory for that which doth not profit. Like we was reading, going after the ways of the other nations. In Psalms 106, be astonished, O ye heaven. And the reason I'm bringing out these scriptures is because that get to the point of why the curses was put on us and why we out here still to this day not acknowledging that we the Lord's people. We African American, we those American descendants of slaves, we FBI foundational black Americans, we Native American, we this, we that, we just American, we everything but the Lord's people. It's a curse. Hath a nation changed their gods, which are yet no gods? But my people have changed their glory to that which doth not profit. Be astonished, O ye heavens, at this, and horribly afraid. Be ye very desolate, saith the Lord. For my people have committed two evils. They have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters, and hewn them out cisterns, broken cisterns that can hold no water. Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? Yeah, my people love it, man. My people love to be pampered, be coddled by the people that oppressed us. They hand-fed us this religion, so-called Christianity. They hand-fed us. And I'm thinking about it. I keep thinking about it. As many, especially the older generation, as many people running around on a daily basis saying how many times you will have one 60, 70, 80-year-old woman screaming out the name Jesus. Just walking, just standing up, just walking down the stairs, walking up the stairs, going across the street. Geez, you would think we'd be good. How many praises to the name Jesus go up? We'd be in good shape. I had a penny, a half a penny for one day, a half a penny for how many times the name Jesus is called out in the black community. You'd be probably a multi-billionaire. 19, let's go down. Jeremy 2:19. Thy own wickedness shall correct thee, and thy backslidings shall reprove thee. Know therefore, and see that it is an evil thing and bitter that thou hast forsaken the Lord thy power, and that my fear is not in thee, saith the Lord of hosts. For of old time I have broken thy yoke, and burst thy bands, and thou saidest, I will not transgress, when under every high hill and under every green tree thou wanderest playing the harlot. Yet I have planted thee a noble vine, wholly a right seed. How then art thou turned into the degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me? Yeah, I was about to skip. For though thou wash thee with nitrate, going back to what we was reading in Isaiah, the whole head is sick. There's no cure for us. Till the Lord come back, gather the elect, the ones chosen from the beginning, gather the elect, and he gonna scorch 2/3 of his people. Because they ain't getting it. They ain't listening. They not listening. They not listening, man. And they say, oh, the Israelites is too mean, they too aggressive, oh, they don't like them, they're pro, and all of this and all of that. It's Israelite brothers out there that'll come at you with the smooth touch. Y'all still ain't listening. Y'all ain't listening. Y'all not listening. Everybody know about the Israelites now. And then you will use, instead of listening to what the message is, what's being said, you will get caught up on the delivery or the this or that. Or I had one run-in with the one. Shoot, you ain't gonna get along with everybody. You ain't gonna get along with everybody. Is he telling you the truth though? You don't like this guy's delivery, go find another teacher. That's teaching the truth. The importance should be learning the truth. Our people ain't thinking about that though. How canst thou say I am not polluted? How canst thou say I am not polluted? Nah, we good. We saved. We washed through the blood of white boy Jesus. I'm saved already. How can he that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved? I'm saved already. How canst thou say I am not polluted? I have not gone after Baal. See thy way in the valley, know what thou hast done. Thou art a swift dormitory traversing, a swift dormitory traversing in her way, going tossed to and fro with every wind of doctrine. A wild ass used in the wilderness that snuffed up the wind at her pleasure, in her occasion, who can turn her away? All they that seek her will not worry themselves. In her month they shall find her. Let's see. 26. As the thief is ashamed when he is found, so is the house of Israel ashamed. They, their kings, their princes, and their priests, and their prophets, saying to a stock, thou art my father, and to a stone. You got the heads of Muslim heads. Oh, well, you know, y'all following Christianity. Y'all following the... Arabs put us in slavery too. Arabs chase Israelites all over the place and all that. You gonna follow our religion or we gonna cut your head off. You see how they act when they come over here. The only time they deal with you if you got money. If you ain't got no money, them spicy Indians, they think you pass them, you come past by one of them, feet look dirty, he look like a fucking homeless man, and he don't even want to look at you and smile and acknowledge you and say how you doing or whatever. He too good to speak to you. Saying to a stock, thou art my father, and to a stone, thou hast brought me forth, for they have turned their back unto me, and not their face. But in the time of their trouble, they will arise. They will say, arise and save us. Yeah. We're gonna see when shit hit the fan. We gonna see, man. And we getting closer and closer and closer, man. We getting closer and closer. Because Israel got this place, leading this place round by the nose, man. This place just a puppet for Israel. And the way Israel out there wilding and this and that, it's just a matter of time for they just, the nation just going to get to a point where they like, we tired of this. We tired of it. But where are thy gods that thou hast made thee? Let them arise if they can save thee in the time of thy trouble. For according to the number of thy cities are thy gods, O Judah. Wherefore will ye plead with me? Ye all have transgressed against me, saith the Lord. Wherefore will ye plead with me? Ye all have transgressed against me, saith the Lord. In vain have I smitten your children. They receive no correction. Your own sword have devoured the prophets like a destroying lion. Yeah. They'd rather see us dead, man. Even the so-called Christians out here, they'd rather see us dead, man. Lamentations. I'm thinking about that. Lamentations too. Came back to me. Let me get it now. Might come back there, but let me get that. Lamentation chapter 2 and 13, right? Going back to us not being here. The Lord did it. Lamentation 2 and 13. What thing shall I take to witness for thee? What thing shall I liken to thee, O daughter of Jerusalem? What shall I equal to thee, that I may comfort thee, O virgin daughter of Zion? For thy breach is great, like the sea. Who can heal thee? That line up with Jeremiah, the 2nd chapter, and it line up with Isaiah, the 1st chapter. Being sick, who could heal us? Thy prophets have seen vain and foolish things for thee. Yeah, the prosperity doctrine. Same thing like in the past. Watch. Same thing like in the past. Nothing new. He has always been about the money. They ain't been about telling you the truth or even wanting you to know the truth. John 11:45. Then many of the Jews which came to Mary and had seen the things which Yahushua did believed on him. But some of them went their ways to the Pharisees and told them the things that Yahushua had done. Then gathered the chief priests and the Pharisees a council and said, what do we? For this man doeth many miracles. If we let him thus alone, all men will believe on him, and the Romans shall come and take away both our place and nation. They always been like this, man. Prophets for hire, for greedy lucre, all over the scriptures. Ain't nothing new under the sun. These dudes is always, the spiritual leaders of Israel have always been compromised. Always been compromised. Ain't nothing new going back to it. They came up with Christianity. They chopped and screwed the Bible. They gave it to these clowns, and they running with it. And they abusing it. They're abusing the congregation. I seen a lady, I was in housing court yesterday. Right? I'm in housing court yesterday, and a older lady, 50s, 60s, whatever. She going through, back and forth with her rental company or whatever the case, right? And so she said that they asked her, did you try to get some help with your back rent or whatever like that? And she said, yeah, I turned to Social Security Department, I turned to Human Resources, and I turned to my church. The church ain't helped her. And I was having a conversation. I said, how you know she wasn't one of them people that even when the church was closed was taking tithes and putting it in a collection plate outside even though the church was closed down? But then in the time of need, when you need the church don't help the people out. You could get some old clothes. You could get some old canned food that was donated. You ain't getting no money out them niggas. You ain't getting no money out them niggas. That money transaction is one way. It only go to them. It don't come out this way from the church. They ain't giving you nothing. And if you do with something you donated, they cut off the top and then they gave it back to the people. They ain't giving you nothing. Lamentation 2:4. Thy prophets have seen vain and foolish things for thee, and they have not discovered thine iniquity. They have not told my people the reason why they still here in America being called the byword and the proverb. Why we got called all these different, over the years, the name and the terminology or the class, we've been reclassified 7-8 times since we've been here. But the prophets ain't telling you why that's going on. Ask a brother, yo, why we going through what we going through? Because we sinned against the law. We broke that covenant. And we gonna be here, gonna do it until the Lord returns. An easy question. The answer, yeah, you could put more layers on it, but the short answer, that's it right there. Lamentation 2:4. Thy prophets have seen vain and foolish things for thee, and they have not discovered thine iniquity to turn away thy captivity, but have seen for thee false burdens, and causes of banishment. Why was we banished from over there? Because we broke the covenant. So the Lord removed us from our land, scattered us into all nations until he coming back to return to get us. All that clap by This remind me of reading this scripture. Now I'm thinking about Psalm the 83rd chapter. That I get it all well and next. Lamentation chapter 2 and 15. All that pass by clap their hands, crafty counsel. Crafty counsel. See, we don't know who we are. They know who we are, so they got to conspire together to keep us in this stupid state that we in. All that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? All thy enemies have opened their mouth against thee. All, not some, all. Going back to it. That's why all these people think they better than you. You come into a room as a black man, as a black woman, and you got a white guy, a white man, a Indian man, a Chinese man, an Arab man, and this and this and this and this and that. They all in there thinking they better than us. Every single one of them. And determine on how you look or whatever, or whatever the case may be, they might not even speak to you. All thy enemies have opened their mouth against thee. They hiss and gnash the teeth. They say, we have swallowed her up. Certainly, this is the day that we looked for. We have found, we have seen it. The Lord hath done that which he devised. He hath fulfilled his word that the Lord hath done that which he had devised. He hath fulfilled his word that he had commanded of the days of old. He hath thrown down, have not pity, and he hath caused thine enemy to rejoice over thee. He hath set up the horn of thine adversaries. The Lord did it, man. It's all punishment. It's all a plague, man. It's a punishment. It's a plague of the Lord, man. It ain't getting out the way. The Yankees game popped up there. But yeah, it's all a punishment of the Lord, man. This is why we going through the things we going through. It's very simple. It's very easy. It's very simple. That's why we still in 2026. You could put 7 black men and women up there, 10 black men and women up there, and all of them gonna have a different idea of who we are as a people. It's no joke. And then the brother that'll say, "Oh, we Israelites of the Bible. Oh, this clown right here. Oh, this small. Oh, he one of them black Hebrew Israelites." We could be they gonna give respect to the Muslim guy. They gonna give respect to the Christian. They gonna give respect to the atheist. They gonna give respect to the Moors, to the Seventh-day Adventists, to the Catholic. They gonna give respect to all of them dudes. But all of them turn and be against the dude that say, yo, we Israel. Whoa. Yeah. What was I thinking? Oh, Psalm the 83rd. Let's go there, man. That's why they don't want us to remember who we are, according to the scripture. Hey, that's another thing. Yo, in these times, with these cars, man, leave people alone, man. People get mad in these cars, man. Leave people alone, man. Even out here in North Carolina, people was getting shot over road rage arguments. Leave these people alone. We in the times where people are crazy, yo. Leave them alone. Psalms chapter 83 and let's start at 1. Keep not thy silent, O Lord. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O power. For lo, thine enemies take a tumult. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. And it's crazy. What's the joint they follow, the small hats? The Talmud, right? The Talmud. They follow the Talmud, which is crazy because if you reading it here, the Talmud, they taking up a craft. They came up with a plan. These heads with the Talmud over here. You can't make it up, man. These people tell on themselves, man. They not the people of the Bible, man. But our people have more respect for them as being the people of the Bible than for the black Hebrew Israelites. They talk all type of trash to us, or this or this or that. You won't see none of these heads, none of these your podcast dudes, whether it's sports, whether it's the rappers. Well, no, you won't see none of them say nothing about us. I mean about them. They scared to death of them. Hey, Shalom, y'all Bashim, y'all Shah Brakatah. They scared of them, but they like I said, you say something to anybody about the Israel, them black Hebrew Israelites. Psalms 83:2. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up thy head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. Imagine that, man. They done took the scriptures, our book for the Israelites that the Lord wrote to us. They done took it, chopped and screwed it, gave it back to you and said, you not the people of the Bible, they the people of the Bible over there. But if you want to believe in the Bible, you got to believe in made up Jesus. White boy Jesus that they came up with. If that's not a crafty counsel, I don't know what is. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. Yeah, they want to make sure, going back to Lamentations, they want to make sure that, hey, the Lord put them down now, so we're going to keep them down now. They want to make sure that the Lord got them down, and while the Lord got them down, we're going to keep them down. Okay, yeah. The water y'all by Shem y'all shot. See, going back to it, right? The crafty counsel, right? From Psalms 83, and then Lamentations chapter 2 and 16. They like, yo, we got them. The Lord done did this to them. Is this the city of beauty and perfection? We got to keep them down while we got them down, right? Now let's go. Judah, chapter 5, verse 20. Now therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error against this people, and they sin against their power, let us consider that this shall be their ruin, and let us go up, and we shall overcome them. Right? That's how it's the, yo, if they going off, we could go. But, right? But if there is no iniquity in their nation, let my Lord now pass by, lest their Lord defend them. But if there be no iniquity in their nation, let my Lord now pass by, lest their Lord defend them, and their power be for them, and we become a reproach before the world. Yeah. See, they understood this. That's why they had to come up with a crafty counsel. That's why they had to come up with African American and this and this and that. That's why they had to give you the name Jesus. Why would they give you the name of your Lord and Savior for you to call on for real when things got tough? Why would they give you the true names of your Lord? Why would they do that? Why would they do that? That don't make no sense. 10:38. Why would they do that? Malachi chapter 1 verse 4. But cursed be the deceiver, which have in his flock a male, and voweth and sacrifice unto the Lord a corrupt thing. So you calling on the Lord, you know what I'm saying? Okay, you got a lamb, this your best lamb, or whatever, you about to sacrifice it to the Lord, but when you sacrifice it, you calling on the wrong name. You calling on the wrong name. But cursed be the deceiver, Malachi 1 and 4. I'm on 1 and 14. But cursed be the deceiver, which hath in his flock a male, and voweth and sacrifice unto the Lord a corrupt thing. For I am a great king, saith the Lord of hosts, and my name is dreadful among the heathen. And my name is dreadful among the heathen. Going back to it, you know why? Because they understood that if the Lord got them down, they done did something and the Lord got them down. This is our opportunity to keep them down. Once we got them down, we got to keep them down. So if we know we got to keep them down, why would we help give them part of the answer to get themselves out of the predicament they in? Why would we do that? We're not going to give them that. We're not going to let them believe that they the people of the Bible. That's another part of the key. You the people of the Bible, and this is the true names of the Lord, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, that you need to call on to get out of the position you in. They would not tell you that. It's crazy to believe that they would tell you that. It's crazy. That's why they come out there and put Jesse Jackson out there, go out there with that, oh, you gotta believe, Jagatas, and this and that, and I'm African American. That's the new term, we African American. That's why they sent this clown out there, man. Let's go Judges chapter 10 and 13. Yet they have forsaken me, served other gods, wherefore I will deliver you no more. Yet ye have forsaken me and served other gods, wherefore I will deliver you no more. Go and cry unto the gods chosen. Go and cry unto the gods which ye have chosen. Let them deliver you in the time of your tribulation. Judges 10, 13, 14. And that go back to the crafty counsel. That go back to them understanding that when they sin it, in the first rule the Lord said, don't call on the names of no other gods. Why would they help us out, man? They're not going to help us to get out of the position we in. They're not going to do that, man. Not gonna do that. They not gonna do that. They understand. They down. Let them stay down, man. Let them stay down. Cause once the Lord come back this time, it's gonna be it, man. And then part of the time, then you get into the prophecies. Them putting that device up inside of you. World War III started. Famine, this to that. You know what I'm saying? They already snatching people up out of their homes and doing all that type of stuff. They already on that time right there. That's in the scriptures too. You see it's a time of trouble already too, as far as the women go. I seen a woman about to get her head boxed off the other day because she want to argue with a man over one of them the electric car charging stations. She want to argue with a man over that. And the man was like, yo, we not saying he right, but y'all women, y'all got to stop trying to fight with men. Y'all got to stop trying to argue with men. There's some men out there that'll punch your head off, man. Jeremiah chapter 24:9. Let's start at let's start at let's start at 3. Jeremiah 24:3. Then said the Lord unto me, what seest thou, Jeremiah? And I said, figs, the good figs, very good, and the evil, very evil, that cannot be eaten. They are so evil. Again the Lord said, again the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, thus saith the Lord power of Israel, like these good figs, so will I acknowledge them that are carried away captive of Judah, whom I have sent out of this place into the land of the Chaldeans for their good. For I will set my eyes upon them for good, and I will bring them again to this land, and I will build them, and not pull them down, and I will plant them and not pluck them up. So that go back to, again, these people not matching up with what the prophecies say is going to happen in the scriptures. The Talmud is telling them that they going to do it all. They doing it all themselves. Robbery, this, that, perversion, whoop-de-whoop-whoop. They can do whatever they want to do. The scriptures say the Lord, he going to come back. He going to gather Israel, and he going to plant them. That's what the scriptures say. Jesse Jackass Jackson, yeah. He was a damn demon. He was a demon. But think about it. You going to Martin Luther King is out there shot bloody. You wasn't out there when he got shot, but you gonna go out and put his blood on your shirt. Like this, what kind of madness is that, man? Put his blood on your shirt so you could be in the paper, go get on a plane, leave Memphis, and then go to Chicago with the same bloody shirt on so you could do a press conference in what's the name? In Chicago with the bloody shirt on. Jeremiah 24:6, for I will set my eyes upon them for good, and I will bring them again to this land, and I will build them and not pull them down, and I will plant them and not pluck them up, and I will give them a heart to know me, that I am the Lord. The elect have obtained it, and the rest was blinded. And I will give them a heart to know me, that I am the Lord, and they shall be my people, and I will be their power. For they shall return unto me their whole heart. And the evil figs, which cannot be eaten, that's Israelites, and the evil figs, which cannot be eaten, they are so evil, surely thus saith the Lord, so will I give Zechariah, the king of Judah, and his princes, and the residue of Jerusalem that remain in that land, and them that dwell in the land of Egypt, I will deliver them to be removed unto all kingdoms of the earth for their hurt. And I will deliver them to be removed unto all kingdoms of the earth for their hurt, to be a reproach and a proverb and a taunt and a curse in all places whether I shall drive them. I will send a sword and famine and pestilence among them till they be consumed from off the land that I gave unto them and to their fathers. So now going back to what I was reading about in Lamentations, they have gave them false visions of banishment. They can't tell you why you off the land over. What happened? How did we get? The Lord gave us our land. Why we don't got our inheritance? Because we got kicked off of it. Why? Because we was going after other gods. We was following the ways of the heathens. That's why we don't know who the hell we are in 2026. Everybody else here, they got flag Twitter, or flag X, or whatever the case may be. Oh, I'm from here. I'm Asian. I'm Chinese. I'm Korean. I'm South Korean. I'm North Korean. I'm this. Who are you? Oh, I'm African American. I'm Afro American. I'm Negro. I'm colored. I'm American descendants of slaves. I'm foundational Black American. I'm everything, but I'm not an Israelite. I'm not an Israelite. I'm everything else but an Israelite. My people. Oh, let me get that one too. I don't think I had it written down. You know, you start going in the spirit. You just start, have a bunch of, how I do, always set it up. I have different topics, with some scriptures under it. So I just get to jumping around like House of Pain. Let's go. Romans chapter 10, verse 1. Brethren, my heart's desire and prayer to the power of Israel is that they might be saved. For I bear them record that they have a zeal of the Most High, but not according to knowledge. For they, being ignorant of the Most High's righteousness and going about to establish righteousness, have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of the Most High. Yeah, man. They want to do it their own way. We know better. We know better, man. We know better. I had one that was in my head. It was in my head. It'll come back, Lord. It'll come back. Let's go. Where we going? First Kings. Go there. First Kings, chapter 9, 7, and 8. Let's go 5. First Kings 9 and 5. Then I will establish the throne of thy kingdom upon Israel forever, as I promised to David thy father, saying, there shall not fail thee a man upon the throne of Israel. But if ye shall at all turn from following me, ye or your children, and will not keep my commandments and my statutes, which I have set before you, but go and serve other gods and worship them, then will I cut off Israel out of the land which I have given them, and this house which I have hallowed for my name will I cast out of my sight, and Israel shall be a proverb and a byword among all people. Then will I cut off Israel. Why are we out of there? Why are we not in the land that was given to us? Why we can't figure out to this day who we are? Right here. 1 Kings 9 and 7. Then will I cut off Israel. No, go up 1, 6. But if ye shall at all turn from following me, ye or your children, and will not keep my commandments and my statutes, which I have set before you, but go and serve other gods and worship them. That's why they had to set up a fake false religion and give you a false god. That's part of the problem right there. That's why they had to do that. That go back to that crafty council. That's why they, oh, you want to be a Muslim? Oh, Islam, yeah, my brother, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, they going to tell you that, man, because that's part of the hook. That's part of the hook. Part of the hook is to keep them from following, worshiping, calling on their God. That's part of the first step. Before you even get to you being an Israelite, who is the true God of the world? Who created the heavens and the earth? So that's part of the hook. So yeah, they gonna tell, yeah, you wanna be a Christian? Come on in, my Christian brother. Yeah, you can worship white boy Jesus with me. Yeah, they gonna tell you that, man. 7. Then 1 Kings 9:7. Then will I cut off Israel out of the land which I have given them, and this house which I have hallowed for my name will I cast out of my sight, and Israel shall be a proverb among all people. Again, they understand the scriptures, man. They understand. That's why they talk about manifest destiny, man. It was destiny according to the scriptures that Israel was going to be taken, was going to be brought over here, or they first Israel was going to come over here. 13. Let's get that. 2nd Ezra 13:40. Yeah, 2nd Ezra chapter 13:40. Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoner out of their own land in the time of Hoshea the king, who Salmanasseh king of Assyria led away captive, and he carried them over the waters, and so they came to another land. But they took his counsel But they took this counsel among themselves, that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth to a further country where never mankind dwelt. So after Northern Kingdom, after Northern Kingdom was let go free after going into captivity, they came over here. They know that. They tell you about it. Ashereth. That's what it was called. So they say, oh, couldn't no wooden ship make it over here in them times? You know, you got niggas that think that people wasn't able to come over here to America on ships until the white man came along and made iron ships, which is asinine, because King Solomon's army used to come over here and get riches all the time. So the Israelites knew about it over here. So after they was released, Northern Kingdom came over here. That was destiny that they come over here. The Lord wouldn't make the seas calm enough and make sure they get guided here for the prophecy of the scripture to be fulfilled. Not according to the niggas, no. Black people just popped up here. It's stupidity, man. Stupidity. But then going back to it, they knew, according to manifest destiny, they knew that it was going to be Israelites here. They knew it was going to be Israel. That's why they had a Hebrew interpreter when they came here. But they also knew that it was all of the Lord, that they was going to be able to put Israel down. Man. They knew that. They was going to be able to put Israel down because Israel wasn't following, doing what they were supposed to be doing according to the scriptures. Period. They knew this. 2 Chronicles chapter 7 and 20. They knew this. So yeah, it was their destiny. It was their destiny. Just like it was our destiny to be put into subjection again. 7, let's go. Yeah, same thing. It's saying the same thing right here. Let's go. Let's start at 12. 2 Chronicles 7 and 12. Right here. Tell it right here too. And the Lord appeared to Solomon by night and said unto him, I have heard thy prayer and have chosen this place to myself for a house of sacrifice. If I shut up the heavens, that there be no rain, or if I command the locusts to devour the land, or if I send pestilence among my people, if my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and will heal the land. See, that go back to what I was saying, man. That's why they would not give Israel, the key to getting out of the predicament they in. We got them down. We know that the God of the world is their God. So they went off. We got to keep them off. We can't let them get back on. That'd be crazy. You got to keep them off. Oh yeah, sure, we're going to give them the name of their power and let them know who they are according to the scriptures so they can figure it out. No, they're not going to do that. Hey, that's all the Lord be waiting for. Hosea 5:15. I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense and seek my face. In their affliction, they will seek me early. I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense. We still can't acknowledge the reason we in the position we in. And then if you trying to acknowledge your offense, the first thing you got, who you gonna call on? Who you gonna call on? You gotta know the name of the Lord. You gotta know the name of the Lord. Back to it. 14, 2 Chronicles 7:14. If my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and will forgive their sins and will heal the land. My eyes shall be open and my ears attend unto prayer that is made in this place. For now have I chosen and sanctified this house, that my name may be there forever, and mine eyes and my heart shall be there perpetually. So the Lord always listening for the prayers of Israelites, man. He always listening, man. So again, why would they say, yeah, you know what I'm saying? We letting y'all go from slavery now. We letting y'all go from slavery and this and that. And oh yeah, you know, hey, we sorry, y'all Israelites, man. We didn't, you know, don't take that to heart, man. Don't, you know, we was rough, man. But y'all Israelites and y'all God, you know, y'all God set it up that was gonna happen to y'all because y'all wasn't doing what y'all was supposed to be doing. And oh, by the way, God's name is not Jesus, God and Jesus. It's Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's that? The Star Trek thing. After they tell you what they say, live long and prosper. The Vulcans and shit. Yeah, go live long and prosper. No, they're not gonna tell you that. They're not gonna tell you that. 2 Chronicles 7 and 6. 2 Chronicles 7 and 16. For now have I chosen and sanctified this house, that my name may be there forever, and mine eyes and my heart shall be there perpetually. And as for thee, if thou wilt walk before me as David thy father walked, and do according to all that I have commanded thee, and shall observe my statutes and my judgments, then will I establish the throne of the kingdom, of thy kingdom, according as I have covenanted with David thy father, saying, there shall not fail thee a man to be ruler in Israel, but if ye turn away and forsake my statutes and my commandments, which I have set before you, and shall go and serve other gods and worship them, then will I pluck them up by the roots out of my land. We read why we was kicked out of the land. Then will I pluck them up by the roots out of my land, which I have given them, and this house which I have sanctified for my name will I cast out of my sight, and will make it a proverb and a byword among all nations. And this house which is high shall be an astonishment to everyone that passeth by it, so that he shall say, why have the Lord done thus unto the land and unto this house? And it shall be answered, because they forsook the Lord power of their fathers, which brought them forth out of the land of Egypt, and laid hold on other gods, and worshipped them, and served them before. Therefore hath he brought all this evil upon them. Yeah, it's plain and simple. It's plain and simple. Let's get in Jeremiah. Jeremiah, right? 6. I ain't get this one in a minute. And 16. Let's see which way I want to go. Let's go 16. Jeremiah chapter 16 and 9. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, the power of Israel, behold, I will cause to cease out of this place in your eyes and in your days the voice of mirth and the voice of glad. Yeah, because when things going good, Israel get carried away. Israel start wilding out. Israel start frolicking and partying too much with the heathen, doing shit the heathens do. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, the power of Israel, behold, I will cause to cease out of this place in your eyes and in your days the voice of mirth and the voice of gladness and the voice of the bridegroom and the voice of the bride. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt show this people all these words, and they shall say unto thee, wherefore hath the Lord pronounced all this great evil against us? Or what is our iniquity? Or what is our sin that we have committed against the Lord our power? Then shalt thou say unto them, because your fathers have forsaken me, saith the Lord, and have walked after other gods, and have served them, and have worshipped them, and have forsaken me, and have not kept my law. We just read that the Lord going to his place till you acknowledge your offense. But they ain't acknowledging their offense. Because I'm saved. I'm a Christian. I'm saved already. I'm saved by the blood of Jesus. And ye have done, 11 again. Then shalt thou say unto them, because your fathers have forsaken me, saith the Lord, and have walked after other gods, and have served them, and have worshipped them, and have forsaken me, and have not kept my law. And ye have done worse than your fathers. For behold, ye walk every one after the imagination of his evil heart, and they may not hearken unto me. Therefore will I cast you out of this land unto a land that ye know not. Therefore will I cast you out of this land into a land that ye know not, neither ye nor your fathers, and there shall ye serve other gods day and night, where I will not show you favor. So it was set up that we was going to be serving other gods in a land that we know not. It was set up like that. Look what they did to the Native American. They got here, Native American, they was eating people. Native Americans said, no, don't eat people. Plant crops. Hunt, fish. What y'all doing? What are y'all doing over here? Digging up dead bodies, gnawing on legs and shit over here in Jamestown. They was really doing it. Look it up. So after that, right? They helped them out. They got stronger. Whoop-de whoop whoop whoop. They grew in numbers. Indian Removal Act, the Cherokee Removal Act over there in Atlanta, taking all of the land and everything like that, right? Now y'all on reservations. We on reservations now. Now we gonna open up orphanages and all of that stuff, where they taking the kids from the natives and so they could go and learn white boy Jesus and all this stuff. And what was they doing there? They was doing the Epstein stuff up in there. They was essaying and doing all of this wickedness to where every single look it up. You don't believe me? Every single orphanage where the Native American kids was at, here in America and all the way up into Canada, every single one, the little kids behind them got big graveyards with dozens and hundreds, some even thousands of bodies buried behind all of these orphanages where they took the kids in and was supposed to be teaching them Christianity or Catholicism and how to incorporate into American society. Look it up. You don't believe me? They don't talk about it no more. It was a big thing in Canada a couple of years ago. Like 2 or 3 years ago, it was a big thing. Look it up. Every single orphanage where they was taking the Native American kids and supposed to be indoctrinating them and this and that, because that's what they was killing off, the mothers, the men and the women. With the Native Americans, they was killing off the men and the women, so they end up having the kids and the orphans and all of that shit. They was killing them. All of these orphanages all around this place got graveyards in back of it with little kids in it. Look it up. You don't believe it. But why was this happening? The Lord did it. It's all of the Lord, man. Psalm 44 and 13. Let's start at 1. The scriptures tell the story, man. The scriptures tell the story plain as day, man. Psalm 44:1. We have heard with our ears, O power, our fathers have told us what work thou didst in their days, in the times of old, how thou didst drive out the heathen with thy hand and plantest them, how thou didst afflict the people and cast them out. For they got not the land in possession by their own sword, for they got not the land in possession by their own sword, neither did their own arm save them, but thy right hand and thy arm and thy light of thy countenance, because thou hadst of favor unto them. Thou art king, O power, command deliverances for Jacob. Thou art my king, O power, command deliverances for Jacob. Though thee will we push down our enemies through thee. I was saying this ain't reading right. Through thee will we push down our enemies. Through thee will we push down our enemies. Through thy name will we tread them under that rise up against thee. Again, through the name. Again, they would not give you the correct name. They're not going to give you the correct name of our God to call on. They're not going to do that. It's not in their best interest, man. Through thee will we push down our enemies. Through thy name will we tread them under that rise up against us. For I will not trust in my bow, neither shall my sword save me. Yeah, you ain't going to be able to fight your way out of oppression. You ain't going to be able to fight our way out of this. So all that marching around, you see individuals marching around and going to the gun range and all of this type of stuff, that's not going to get you out of this, man. And it's not going to get you out of this. The Lord going to save us, man. For I will not trust in my bow, neither shall my sword save me. It's right there. For I will not trust in my bow, neither will my sword save thee. But thou hast saved us from our enemy, and hast put them to shame that hated us. And again, they got the Iron Dome over there. The Iron Dome was supposed to save them. Iron Dome fell miserably, man. That thing fell miserably. All you got to do is throw a couple of old school bombs at it. And once they shoot up all it, because they got it ain't like no magical dome. They got supposed to shoot down all of the bombs. Once you do that, they out of ammo. Then you can just go through and tear them up. But again, they supposed to be trusted on the Lord, not on no magical dome to save Israel. For I will not trust in my bow, neither shall my sword save me. But thou hast saved us from our enemies, and hast put them to shame that hated us. In the Most High we boast all day long, and praise thy name forever, Selah. But thou hast cast off and put us to shame, and goest not forth with our armies. Thou makest us to turn back from the enemy, and they which hate us fall for themselves. Thou hast given us like sheep appointed for meat, and hast scattered us among the heathen. Thou hast given us like sheep appointed for meat. Ain't they said they eating us? Ain't they said one of the things they was over there doing on Epstein Island? They was hunting black kids? Didn't they say that? They were having hunting parties out there on the island? Last week I seen last week that Nicole Kidman, the little movie star chick, Nicole Kidman, her pops got indicted for running human hunting parties. He got indicted and fled to another country, and once you do that, they gonna kill you. So yeah, he ended up dead. It's an accident, of course. You always have accidents when they want you to. Yeah, they having hunting parties on Epstein Island. So your Chris Tuckers and your Jay-Z's and your Beyoncé's and anybody black that was going, you can't tell me you ain't knowing, you ain't seen nothing. You done been over there 5, 6, 7 times. Oprah Winfrey. Her personal jet done went there 11 times. You can't tell me you ain't know nothing was going on. You can't tell me that. You can't tell me you ain't seen nothing that was going on. Psalm 44:10. Thou makest us to turn back from the enemy, and they which hate us spoil for themselves. Thou hast given us like sheep appointed for meat. Even here, they got a book. They had a book, The Delectable Negro. So people would go, "Oh, I can't believe they was doing that. You guys are conspiracy theorists. Y'all think they was really eating children over there on the Epstein Island?" Yes, they got a fucking cookbook called The Delectable Negro. Why would you not think they was doing that? Look at Jeffrey Dahmer. Nigga had butts in the refrigerator, on plates, sitting in his refrigerator. Human butts. Woo! Thou hast given us like sheep appointed for meat, and hast scattered us among the heathen. Thou sellest thy people for naught, and dost not increase thy wealth by their price. Thou makest us a reproach. Thou makest us a reproach to our neighbors, a scorn and a derision to them that are round about us. Thou makest us a byword among the heathen, a shaking of the head among the people. My confusion is continual before me, and the shame of my face have covered me. Like I said, man, again, you get 10 black people up there, you gonna get 10 origins or 10 situations of who we are. We are African, we are Egyptian, we are Christian, we are African American, we are Moors, we everything, man. We everything. But the one brother at the end that humbly say, yo, we the people of the Bible, man. We Israelites according to the scripture. Oh! Everybody attacking him. Oh, no, them people over there, the people of the scriptures. My people, boy. My people. My people. Joel. Let's keep getting it, man. Let's keep getting it. Yeah, this was a fun one today. Word. Agent Dawg said, oh, I don't want to be called African American. I'm Native American. Stupidity, man. I don't like stupidity. It's just stupidity, man. What are you going to do? People don't know. They don't know. They hear it, but they don't want to hear it. The Lord's call to repentance. That's what it says. Let's go there. Let's go. The Lord's call to repentance, Joel chapter 2 and 12. Therefore also now, the point further down, but I'm going to start up here. Therefore also now, saith the Lord, turn ye even to me with all your heart, and with fasting, and with weeping, and with mourning. Why? Because the week went off. Acknowledging your offense, like we read in Hosea 5 and 15. Understanding that why we in the position we in, and why not only the position we in, but why the other people act and treat and are coming at us the way they coming at us. Because they know we the people of the scriptures, man. They know we the chosen people, man. You got the early slave posters that say Hebo for sale. That ain't new. They knew, man. They knew. You think that these heads here, you think they don't know that the people that they brought into slavery here was the Lord's chosen people? The people that they sent out of here, that they came over here with Hebrew interpreters, you think they didn't know that them people was the people of the scriptures? Please, man. Joel 2 and 12. Therefore also now saith the Lord, turn ye even to me with all your heart, and with fasting, and with weeping, and with mourning, and rend your heart and not your garments, and turn unto the Lord your power. For he is gracious and merciful, slow to anger, and of a great kindness, and repenteth him of evil, who knoweth if he will return and repent and leave a blessing behind him, even a meat offering and of a drink offering unto the Lord your power. Blow the trumpet in Zion, sanctify a fast call, a solemn assembly, gather the people, sanctify the congregation, assemble the elders, gather the children, and those that suck the breast. Let the bridegroom go forth of his chamber, and the bride cometh out of the closet. Let the priests, the ministers of the Lord, weep between the porch and the altar, and let them say, spare thy people, O Lord, and give not thine heritage to reproach, that the heathen should rule over them, that the heathen should rule over them. Wherefore should they say among the people, where is their power? Ooh. And that's how they act too. We the only people that got to follow some of everybody else God. We can't even say the God of the Bible is black. God of the Bible is black. You're racist. God of the Bible is white. Oh yeah, you could be a Muslim. You could be a Catholic, Roman Catholic. Oh yeah, you could follow Judaism. If you put the small hat on and you follow the Talmud, we the only people. Everybody, Allah, everybody got it. Pray to the rock. Yeah, everybody got their God. Except us. But you could join in with us. You could join in with us. You could come join with us, man. Come on. I remember Elder Apostle Ramla said one time, he said Jacob be from Arkansas, ain't never left the country, and he speak Arabic better than the dude from over there. He said he rolling his words. Yeah. I said, yup, you right. You right. You is definitely right. I done seen that with my own eyes. A head ain't never been over there. A Muslim here, he, man, going on. Especially go to Philly. Go to Philly and run into one of them Muslim brothers down there. Bug the hell out. Jake is everybody. My people's is everybody, except the people of the Bible. That's the only thing we not. That's the white man book. Well, the Bible condemns him. Like Tasmanian devil out this mall. Let's go Zechariah 8 and 11. But now I will not be unto the residue of this people as in the former days, saith the Lord of hosts. For the seed shall be prosperous, the vine shall give her fruit, and the ground shall give her increase, and the heavens shall give their due. And I will cause the remnant of this people to possess all things. And it shall come to pass that as ye were a curse among the heathen, and it shall come to pass that as ye were a curse among the heathen, O house of Judah and house of Israel, so will I save you, and ye shall be a blessing. Fear not, but let your hands be strong. Yeah, man. So we understand that sooner or later, the reason why, going back, breaking it, going quick with it, you go, Israel made a covenant with the Lord. Israel broke the covenant with the Lord. Over and over again, Lord saved us. So that last time, Lord said, okay, y'all going to be scattered every place, man. I'm even going to send y'all back into slavery, man. Y'all going back into slavery. Y'all going to get put through it. Y'all ain't going to be able to figure out who y'all is. Y'all going to be a byword. Y'all, matter of fact, let's get discontinued from y'all heritage. Y'all going to be all of that. Until y'all acknowledge yourselves, start calling on me, then that time when I send my son back, I'm going to gather all the elect of my people up. I'm going to smoke this place. I'm going to set the kingdom up in righteousness. All the Israelites that don't make it on this side going to be reborn in the kingdom, and we going to rule. That's it right there. That's it right there. Now with each different topic, the curses, being scattered, you could go into each particular topic and get the scriptures to back that up. But that's it right there. You're Israelites. Who are Israelites? To who pertaineth the glory and the adoption. That's who we are. Jeremiah 17 and 14. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee. And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not, for ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever. Yeah. That's why we in the state we are. Discontinue from our heritage, man. Discontinue from our heritage. Our people don't get it though. Let's get a couple on discontinue from the heritage, and then we get doth not know. End up with that one. Let's go Leviticus. Let's start off. Lord said it. I'm gonna jack y'all up. Y'all don't act, y'all don't do the right thing. I'ma jack y'all up. Let's go. Leviticus 26 and 30. Let's start at 27. Abandonment for disobedience. Yeah, that's what happened. And if ye will not hearken, and if ye will not for all this hearken unto me, but walk contrary unto me, then will I walk contrary unto you also in fury. And I will even I will chastise you 7 times for your sins. And ye shall eat the flesh of your sons, and eat the flesh of your daughters shall ye eat. They say, they still say that about McDonald's. They still say that. They say, oh, what they say? One, where all the people, they did the movie back in the 70s, Soylent Green. Then they say, where all the bodies are. They not building more cemeteries. They not building more cemeteries. Where all the bodies go. So they've been saying that. They even had the rabbi was saying that, yo, they put that in the hamburger. They've been saying that. Then you look at what they doing, back to the Epstein Island, what they said they was doing over there. Dead people. They even said in some of the in some of the hot dogs they had human DNA in when they was doing testing. And ye shall eat the flesh of your sons, and eat the flesh of your daughters shall ye eat. And I will destroy your high places, and cut down your images, and cast your carcasses upon the carcasses of your idols, and my soul shall abhor you. And I will make your cities waste, and bring your sanctuaries unto desolation, and I will not smell the savor of your sweet odors. And I will bring the land unto desolation, and your enemies which dwell therein shall be astonished at it. And I will scatter you among the heathen, and will draw out a sword after you, and your land shall be desolate, and your cities waste. See? Woo! 38, and ye shall perish, Leviticus 26 and 38, and ye shall perish among the heathen, and the land of your enemies shall eat you up. And they that are left of you shall pine away in their iniquity in your enemies' lands, and also in the iniquities of their fathers shall they pine away with them. Yeah, man. That's how we in the position we in, man. This is why we in the position we in. Let's get this in Jeremiah. This is the second time I thought about this one. Jeremiah 6. I went to 16 the first time. Let's go Jeremiah 6. Jeremiah 6 and let's start at 10. Jeremiah 6 and 9. 8. Be Jeremiah 6 and 8. Be thou instructed, O Jerusalem, lest my soul depart from thee, lest I make thee desolate, a land not inhabited. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall thoroughly glean the remnant of Israel as a vine. Turn back thine hand as a grape gatherer unto the baskets. To whom shall I speak and give warning that they may hear? Behold, their ear is uncircumcised, and they cannot hearken. Behold, the word of the Lord is unto them a reproach, they have no delight in it. Again, man, you tell an average person you're an Israelite according to the Bible, it's like you called them a motherfucker. You called them an MF. You the people of the Bible. You're an Israelite. You talk about, man. Fuck out here with that black Hebrew Israelite stuff. That's what they gonna say to you. They ain't gonna be, oh, word? For real, tell me more, brother. Nah, they ain't gonna say that. They not gonna say that. You're the crazy one. Jeremiah 6:11. Therefore, I am full of the fury of the Lord. I am weary with holding in. I will pour it out upon the children abroad and upon the assembly of young men together, for even a husband with the wife shall be taken, the age with him that is full of days, and their houses shall be turned unto others, with their fields and wives together. They after that, even when you own land after slavery, what do they taking land, hang you taking land, taking money, take your wife, burn your church down, flood your towns, burn down towns just because you get elected. They elect a black person right here in Wilmington, North Carolina, burn the damn town down because a black man got elected. And that wasn't in the 1700s. That was in the end of the 1800s. And their houses shall be turned unto others, with their fields and wives together, for I will stretch out my hand upon the inhabitants of the land, saith the Lord. For from the least of them even unto the greatest of them, everyone is given to covetousness, and from the prophet even unto the priest, everyone dealeth falsely. They have healed also the hurt. They have healed also the hurt of the daughter of my people, slightly saying, peace, peace, when there is no peace. Because they, like again, they not telling you the truth of the scriptures. They not telling you why you in the position you in. They just preaching prosperity. Going there and they talking about praying to God for financial gain, for wealth, for a good paying job, to get that promotion that you want. This is the things that they talking about. That nice car that you seen on TV, that new electric Cadillac that you want. God gonna help you get that. Put a little money in the till and pray. 15. Were they ashamed when they had committed abomination? Nay, they were not ashamed, neither could they blush. Therefore they shall fall among them that fall at the time that I visit them. They shall be cast down, saith the Lord. Thus saith the Lord, stand in the ways and see and ask for the old paths, where is the good way, and walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls. But they say, we will not walk therein. Also, I set watchmen over you, saying, hearken to the sound of the trumpet. Hearken to the sound of the trumpet. But they say, we will not hearken. Yeah. Therefore, hear ye nations, and know, O congregation, what is among them. Hear, O earth, behold, I will bring evil upon this people, even the fruits of their thoughts, because they have not hearkened unto my word, nor my law, but rejected it. This is why we in the position we in right now. This is why we in the position we in right now. Okay, he got, when the prophet speaketh in the name of the Lord, if the thing followeth not, nor come to pass, that is a thing which the Lord have not spoken, but the prophet have spoken it presumptuously, thou shalt not be afraid of him. And what that mean? What have I done? What have I spoken that have not come? You see the things that's happening. You see the plagues, the pestilence. World War III is about to come. See, y'all people, man, y'all like to quote the scriptures, and y'all like to quote the scriptures just on case of trying to debunk us. I'm talking, what I was speaking about today is why Israel was going through what Israel going through. So you going to cyber dust. You going to cyber dust. Heads is a mess, man. Heads is a mess. What have I spoken? What have I spoken? World War III is coming. That's in the Bible. A time of temptation like never before. That's in the Bible. The mark of the beast, a device that's going to be inserted inside you when you go inside to look at the words. It's a cutting. It's going inside of you. That's coming. What are you talking about? Prosperity doctrine. Are we prospering? No. Everybody out here crying. Hurting. Taxes too high. Food is too high. Gas is too high. Car prices is too high. A new car is fucking average car, new car price is $50,000. What are you talking about? Let me get off of that, man. Get back to it. I ain't thinking about you niggas. Okay, so we got that discontinued. Let's go. Doth not get a couple. Doth not consider. Let's get a couple in that, and we close out. Niggas make me sick, man. Y'all just, hey, you don't believe? I ain't going on no Christian dude that's live and all of this and trying to. I'm not doing it. You don't believe? You don't believe? Go somewhere. Disappear. Like I said, at the end of the day, we gonna find out who was right and who was wrong. We gonna find out who was right and who was wrong. Let's go, doth not consider, back to that, because my people don't get it. Let's go Jeremiah 32 and where I want to start at. Let's go 17. Let's start up there. What is that? 28? Okay. Let's start at Deuteronomy 32 and 17. They have sacrificed unto devils, not to the Most High, to gods whom they knew not, to new gods that came newly up, new gods that came newly up, whom your fathers feared not. Of the rock that begat thee, thou art unmindful, and hast forgotten the Most High that formed thee. And when the Lord saw it, he abhorred them, because of the provoking of his sons and his daughters. And he said, I will hide my face from them. I will see that their end, I will see what their end shall be, for they are a very froward generation, children in whom is no faith. They have moved me to jealousy with that which is not the Most High. They have provoked me to anger with their vanities, and I will move them to jealousy with those which are not a people, not other nations. It's the Israelites that was banished, that was scattered. That's who the apostles was sent to. You sent to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So ain't no all the nations. I'm sent but to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. This is out of Yahweh Shai mouth himself. Sent to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So that, just cut that out. But again, that go back to following a religion created by Esau. This Esau religion. Plantation Christianity, as Elder Apostle Tahar called it all the time. And when the Lord saw When the Lord saw it, he abhorred them because of the provoking of his sons and of his daughters. And he said, I will hide my face from them, and I will see what their end shall be, for they are very froward generation, children in whom is no faith. They have moved me to jealousy with that which is not the Most High. They have provoked me to anger with their vanities, and I will move them to jealousy with those which are not a people. I will provoke them to anger with the foolish nation. For fire is kindled in my anger, and shall burn unto the lowest hell, and shall consume the earth with her increase, and set on fire the fountains of the mountains. I will heap mischiefs upon them. I will spin my arrows upon them. I will spin my arrows upon them. They shall be burnt with hunger, and devoured with burning heat, and with bitter destruction. I will also send the teeth of beasts upon them, with the poison of serpents, of dust. The sword without and terror within shall destroy both the young man and virgin, the suckling also with the man of gray hairs. I said, I will scatter them into corners. I would make the remembrance of them to cease from among men. Were it not that I feared the wrath of the enemy, lest their adversaries should behave themselves strangely, and lest they should say, our hand is high, and the Lord have not done all this. For they are a nation void of counsel, neither is there any understanding in them. Oh, that they were wise, that they understood this, that they would consider their latter end. Yeah, man. This is why we in the position we in, man. This is why we in the position we in. Not because Esau is so strong, the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men. But the Lord gonna always choose us. The Lord gonna always choose Israel, man. The Lord gonna always choose Israel. Let's get a couple of those as we close out. And the head want to come on here and talk about, well, it go one I thought about too when the head was talking that craziness. Let's go. Revelation, talk about, a prophet pronounced something. Well, here go one in Revelation that's yet to come about. Because we come into captivity here. We was in captivity here, right? Revelation 13:9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Yeah. So we went into captivity. Y'all going into captivity. Y'all going into captivity. You want to come on here and run your mouth about pronouncing things and putting up scriptures and this and that and all that shit. Let's get it. Let's talk about it. Stuff that's going to happen. Yeah, I'm pronouncing captivity for you niggas. That's what's going to happen in the future. Here go one. Psalms 149 and 6. Let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen. To execute vengeance upon the heathen. All that hate us. That crafty counsel. Them that's walking by hissing. All them that think they better than us right now. To execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishment upon the people. To bind their kings and their nobles with fetters of iron. To execute upon them the judgment written. To execute upon them the judgment written. What was the judgment we read? I just read. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. When have they went into captivity? When have they went into captivity? To execute upon them the judgment written. This is the honor of all his saints. Yeah. So that's what's going to happen. That's what you got to look forward to. Your little white boy Jesus worshiping ass up out of here. Little picture of surgery boys and posting scriptures. I'm a fake. We out here, we ain't telling the truth of the scriptures, but all you niggas in the church with y'all bullshit, y'all telling the people. Y'all telling the truth of the scriptures. Y'all not the false prophets. The 501c3 agreement ninjas with planes flying all around the place. Man, get out of here, man. Get back to it, man. You get back to it. Jeremiah. Jeremiah chapter 33 and 23. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto Jeremiah, saying, considerest thou not what this people have spoken, saying, the two families which the Lord hath chosen, he hath even cast them off. Thus they have despised my people. Thus they have despised my people. Going back to the hissing, walking by hissing and looking at the people. Thus they have despised my people, that they should be no more a nation before them. Thus saith the Lord, if my covenant be not with day and night, and if I have not appointed the ordinances of heaven and earth, then will I cast away the seed of Jacob and David my servant, so that I will not take any of his seed to be rulers over the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. There's no S on that word seed there. It's not seeds, it's seed. I will not take any of his seed to be rulers over the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. For I will cause their captivity to return and have mercy on them. Scriptures were study popping in my head. I'm reading. Scriptures study popping in my head. Psalms 105. Psalms 105 and 5. Remember his marvelous works that he hath done, his works and the judgments of his mouth, O ye seed of Abraham, his servant. His seed, going back to that seed we just reading about, right? Not S. O ye seed of Abraham, his servant, ye children of Jacob, his chosen. He is the Lord our power, his judgments are in all the earth. He hath remembered his covenant forever. The word, he hath remembered his covenant forever. The word commanded to 1,000 generations, which covenant he made with Abraham, and his oath unto Isaac, and confirmed the same unto Jacob for a law, and to Israel for everlasting covenant. To Israel for everlasting covenant. So the covenant, when the Lord come back, the covenant is going to be with Israel. So you link back to it. Going back, circling back to it, you going into captivity. That's what you doing. You going into captivity, man. That's what you got to look forward to. And again, if you don't believe, you ain't got to believe. When the Lord return, we going to see. We're going to see who's correct. 2nd Esdras, chapter 6 and 54. Back to that seed, right? Yeah. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen, that seed. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sake. Because thou madest the world for our sake. As for the other people, which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel, nothing. And now, O Lord, behold, these heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us and to devour us. But we, thy people, whom thou hast called thy firstborn, thy only forgotten, and thy fervent lover, are given into their hands. If the world now be made for our sake, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world? How long shall this endure? Yeah, to the Lord return. That's why we in the position we in. That's why we ain't got no lands. They try to attach us to Africa. Meanwhile, the Africans don't even want us. They don't even want you go over there. If you ain't got no money, they gonna hurry up and get your ass out of there. They only accept it to the African, the so-called blacks that come over there that got money, the rich ones, the entertainers. Them the only ones they trying to check for, or if you got money. Couple more. Let's get back to it. Romans 11:1. Going to yet choose Israel. All the rest of y'all going into captivity, man, when the Lord returns. That's what y'all got to look forward to, man. Thus saith the Lord. Romans chapter 11:1. I say then, have the Most High cast away his people? Going back to what we was reading. If the Lord broke the covenant with night and day, then he disannulled the covenant. Then we read that the covenant for 1,000 generations, right? Romans 11:1. I say then, have the Most High cast away his people? The Most High forbid. For I am an Israelite of the seed, there go that seed again, of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin. Yeah, the Lord ain't cast away his people, man. Over 2 hours, yeah, so we about to close it out. Let's get one more. Oh, let's get that Isaiah. That's why we going through it. You Israelites. You're an Israelite. You not nothing else. You not African American. And Jesse Jackson is a mark. He's a mark. But he back with the Lord now. He know the evil, the wrongs of his doings. Let's get Isaiah 14:1. For the Lord will have mercy. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. Like I said, we just was talking about Revelation 13:16. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. So that's what's coming. The Lord gonna come back and get Israel right. But 2/3 of Israel gonna be cut off on this side and die. 3. Isaiah 14:3. And it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from thy hard bondage wherein thou need to serve. Yeah. So you Israelites, man, you not nothing else. But hey, everybody ain't gonna get it, man. Like I said, you get a dude that talk about Scientology or Egyptology, he gonna get more respect than a man that's telling you you the people of the scriptures. So yeah, so with that one, man, I'm gonna close out. I'm gonna say all praises, honor, glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Salute to the men out there teaching the fullness of the scriptures in these times, to the hopeful elect, scattered abroad, unlike it to a speckled bird, tabernacle of King David, 144,000 mighty men. I look forward to your rulership in the kingdom to come. To the remnant, men, women, children, remain spiritual out there. Shalom, Israel. Shalom.